Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Survivor Series is around the corner and Triple H is leaving no stone unturned to make it a memorable event. For the first time in history, the annual spectacle will see a stadium iteration in San Diego, California, and several blockbuster matches have been added to the card. WWE may be planning some major surprises and shockers, and one of those could be a huge title change. John Cena will defend the Intercontinental Championship against Dominic Mysterio at Survivor Series. This came as a huge surprise to the fans, as no one was anticipating a rematch when Cena had only 2 appearances left in his farewell tour. Fans were hoping to see a fresh match for the Nation leader at the upcoming premium live event. However, WWE's decision to book a rematch raised eyebrows. The company wouldn't have pitted Dominic Mysterio against John Cena again unless there was a bigger plan in motion. WWE's art of subtlety is Triple H's signature. As chief content officer, the game keeps dropping Easter eggs for the fans, allowing them to read between the lines. By announcing Cena vs. Mysterio for Survivor Series, Triple H may have subtly confirmed that the Intercontinental Championship will change hands at the event. There could be no other explanation as to why WWE booked this rematch when they had a wide range of match options for the 17-time world champion. Additionally, the Judgment Day member has emphasized this week on Raw that Survivor Series is taking place in his hometown of San Diego. The fact that Dominic Mysterio referenced this line in his promo might be another subtle clue that he would recapture his gold. Hence, the clock could actually be ticking on John Cena's title run. Dominic may dethrone the never-seen 17 and reclaim the Intercontinental Championship at the upcoming PLD. It will be interesting to see how things shape up. The recent developments of Monday Night Raw suggest that the Intercontinental Championship will change hands at the upcoming PLD. There are high chances of it happening in San Diego, California. However, there could be a logical reason behind Triple H taking the title away from John Cena. The last real champion has only 2 appearances left on his farewell tour, and his time in WWE is almost up. If the 48-year-old manages to retain his gold at Survivor Series, he would go on to carry that championship in his final match at Saturday night's main event on December 13. This would make things quite predictable. Anyone familiar with WWE would easily decipher that John Cena would drop the Intercontinental Championship to his final opponent at SNNE. However, Triple H may want to keep the outcome of Cena's final match unpredictable. For that, WWE may take the title away from the equation at Survivor Series. The 17-time world champion heading into his retirement match without a title would help the company keep things unpredictable to some extent. Triple H may have subtly confirmed a massive WWE title change at Survivor Series, and the speculation surrounding this possibility has completely taken over the WWE universe. With Survivor Series fast approaching and anticipation at an all-time high, fans are now dissecting every word, gesture, and announcement from WWE's chief content officer. Triple H has always been known for dropping hints without explicitly revealing anything, and this time appears no different. The landscape of WWE has shifted drastically throughout the past year, but a potential title change at one of the biggest premium live events of the calendar could send shockwaves through all 3 brands. Many believe that Triple H's recent statements and decisions have been far more than simple promotional hype. Instead, they may be carefully crafted teases of what is to come. The conversation began when Triple H appeared for a media scrum following a recent episode of Raw, discussing the build toward Survivor Series with particular emphasis on championship storylines. During this session, fans immediately noticed that his tone and phrasing seemed unusually specific when he addressed one particular title picture. Without directly naming names, Triple H referenced a champion who has been defying odds for too long and a challenger who represents the next evolution of the division. These comments instantly sparked theories that he was gearing up for a monumental title change. Given his reputation for long-term booking and layered storytelling, his words were taken as far more than passing remarks. They were clues. Within hours, social media began buzzing with theories. Some focused on the World Heavyweight Championship scene, where the balance of power has shifted multiple times and the roster features several rising stars ready to break through. Others turned attention toward the Intercontinental Championship, particularly after multiple segments hinted at internal tension and the possibility of a forced reckoning. Yet the most heavily discussed possibility involves the women's division, which has seen one of the most dominant champions of the modern era carry the gold for months without any sign of slowing down. Triple H's admiration for all three divisions only fueled debates further, as fans tried to zero in on the one storyline he may have been referring to. What intensified the speculation even more was a backstage segment that aired on SmackDown the following week. Cameras caught Triple H speaking with a group of producers while reviewing footage on a monitor. At first glance, it appeared to be nothing more than a typical behind-the-scenes moment. But fans quickly noticed that the footage playing in the background centered on a recent championship match featuring a challenger who has been receiving increasingly favorable booking in recent weeks. Even more intriguing, Triple H nodded and said, "This is what we're building toward," before the segment cut to commercial. The placement of the segment, the timing, and the choice of footage raised more than a few eyebrows. Industry insiders were quick to add fuel to the fire. Several prominent wrestling journalists reported that there has been internal discussion about shaking up the title picture heading into the new year. With the Royal Rumble season looming, WWE traditionally aims to enter the road to WrestleMania with a fresh narrative direction, and a title change at Survivor Series would provide exactly that. Triple H's booking philosophy has always leaned toward creating momentum for major arcs that peak during WrestleMania season, and this would fit perfectly within his established patterns. According to backstage reports, the superstar who is currently rumored to dethrone the reigning champion has had a surge of internal support in recent months and is seen as a key figure in the company's future. Adding to the conversation is the fact that the current champion's reign has reached a point where many fans question what more there is left to accomplish. WWE often uses Survivor Series as a platform to transition between eras, whether it be the end of a dominant reign or the beginning of a new chapter. Several legendary title changes in history have occurred at Survivor Series, and Triple H is well aware of that legacy. His recent interviews have subtly referenced the idea of honoring tradition while pushing the product forward, a statement many interpret as his intention to orchestrate a changing of the guard. In addition to verbal hints, Triple H's recent booking decisions on television have made fans even more suspicious. Throughout the past several weeks, WWE has deliberately placed the rumored challenger in high-profile matches, giving them victories that showcase their strength and credibility. Meanwhile, the champion has appeared slightly less invincible than usual, facing increased obstacles or having segments that highlight vulnerability. These types of storytelling cues are classic Triple H signals that a big moment is approaching. Under his creative direction, such shifts are never accidental. They are road signs pointing toward a payoff. There was also an interesting moment during a recent episode of Raw in which Michael Cole stated that Survivor Series may be the night where everything changes. Commentary lines are often written carefully and delivered with intention. Fans immediately attributed this line to Triple H, interpreting it as a subtle instruction to prepare the audience for a seismic shift in the championship picture. WWE has long used commentary as a narrative device to hint at upcoming twists, and this line fit perfectly into the growing puzzle. Another strong indication came during a digital exclusive interview posted to WWE's official platforms. Triple H was asked directly about one particular champion and whether they would continue their impressive run through Survivor Series. Rather than giving a straightforward response, he smirked and said, "The future is unpredictable, but sometimes change is necessary." This statement sent fans into a frenzy. Triple H's body language, voice tone, and choice of words all pointed towards something big. Many believe that he was purposefully avoiding a direct answer because doing so would spoil the surprise he has been crafting. If a major title change does occur at Survivor Series, it would bring major implications for both the champion and the challenger. The reigning champion may find their aura diminished, but this could open the door to fresh character development, potential heel turns, or unexpected alliances. Meanwhile, the the challenger who wins would be catapulted into an entirely new level of stardom. Survivor Series has historically been a launchpad for new main event caliber stars, and Triple H may be following that blueprint once again. Fans have also noticed the dramatic shift in fan reaction over the last several weeks. Crowds have begun rallying behind the rumored challenger, with louder cheers, bigger pops, and more enthusiastic chants. WWE often monitors audience reactions when planning major booking decisions, and this rise in support may be another key piece of the puzzle. Triple H's creative decisions are heavily influenced by real fan engagement, and the challenger's growing popularity perfectly aligns with the timing of a potential title change. On social media, WWE has been posting a series of cryptic teasers that fans believe are directly tied to this development. These posts contain images of broken chains, rising flames, and symbolic references that seem to point to an impending shift in dominance. While they never mention the champion or challenger outright, the symbolism is hard to ignore. Triple H has used similar strategies in the past when he teased major returns, betrayals, and championship victories during his time with NXT. The current campaign appears to follow that same style, subtle enough to avoid spoilers but clear enough for attentive fans to read between the lines. Behind the scenes, multiple high-profile superstars have reportedly been preparing for potential storyline changes that would follow a major title switch. Survivor Series traditionally sets the tone for the next 6 months of WWE programming, and this year appears to be no exception. Triple H has been praised for restoring long-term continuity and logic to WWE's creative process, and the rumored title change may be a cornerstone of his broader plan heading into WrestleMania season. The wrestling world is always filled with surprises, but when Triple H begins dropping hints like this, fans know something significant is coming. Whether intentional or not, his recent public and on-screen behavior has created a wave of anticipation that is almost impossible to ignore. Survivor Series is known for delivering unforgettable moments, shocking twists, and historic matches, and the belief that Triple H may have subtly confirmed a massive title change only intensifies the excitement. As the show approaches, all eyes will remain on the champion, the challenger, and the man pulling the creative strings behind the scenes. Triple H's hints, the evolving storyline cues, the commentary teases, and the shifting crowd reactions all suggest that Survivor Series could be the stage for a monumental championship shakeup. And if that does happen, it will be remembered as one of the defining moments of this era in WWE until the bell rings. The WWE Universe will continue speculating, analyzing, and anticipating what may unfold. But one thing is clear. Triple H has planted enough seeds to convince fans that something massive is on the horizon. A title change at Survivor Series may not be officially confirmed, but the clues are all there. And if history has taught us anything, it's that when Triple H starts speaking in riddles and subtle hints, something big is coming. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.